What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Charting Crypto live stream. Thought I'd do a random live stream tonight instead of posting a bunch of videos. So how's everything sound on the live stream? Does everything sound fluid? 1 2 1 2 if it sounds good. Whoa. Welcome to Charting. Request made me some cash this week. Yeah, Luna made me some cash last week. Okay. Clean and clear. Okay, so sounds like we're ready to rock and roll. So let's get into this bad boy. First thing we have is a coin I've never heard of, Chameleon. We'll go over Chameleon. CMLN. Well, first I want to get into Bitcoin, guys. So Bitcoin's pretty much been the same price for 2 weeks now. I mean, since the 12th of May, we've just been bouncing between 30,000 and this main support at 28,000. This 28,000 is actually holding us up quite well. We actually had that big wick down today, just rinse and repeat of our last drop, bouncing off 28,000. What it looks like to me, it's just heading right back up. We're going to be looking towards possibly heading back up to around 30,000, and eventually one of these is going to win. Hopefully it's breaking through this resistance channel and we can start heading higher, because eventually one of these isn't going to hold. And if we break below this, that's the bad the bad stories you've been hearing about Bitcoin dropping down to 25,000. But on the short term right now, MACD is about ready to flip bullish. RSI is heading up. So for the short term, I see Bitcoin heading back up towards 30,000, and just a rinse and repeat of the last 2 weeks. Eventually one of these isn't going to rinse and repeat, and one of them is just going to diverge and head off. Hopefully it's on the uptrend. Oh, not a request. You're answering my question. Okay. So, I mean, we could draw fibs on this all day, but Bitcoin is consolidating like massively hardcore right now between a very, very small price range. You know, if you look in the past, Bitcoin hardly has ever consolidated between two different price ranges this tightly. You can look back here, we consolidated for a bit, but it wasn't this tight. We can look anywhere back and it hasn't been consolidating this tight. It's just super consolidation right now. Massive support at $28,000. Just consolidation is a bullish thing. People are willing to accumulate Bitcoin at this price, and eventually, hopefully, all the Bitcoin at this price dries up, and then eventually that will lead to the pump on Bitcoin. We had this big capitulation due to the Luna incident and all that, and all that's starting to fade out now, and we are just consolidating right now. So we have to keep an eye on the 28.8 on Bitcoin, but for the time being, I don't think we're coming back down there till end of this week, beginning of next week. I think this week's going to be an uptrend on Bitcoin until we hit 30,000 again, and then we'll have to assess the situation at that time. Eventually we'll be breaking above this, hopefully, in my opinion, because it's going to be breaking one way or the other, and I'd rather have it break upwards, and I guarantee you guys would too. Hey DJ, thank you for the super chat. So first chart of the night is ACH. Man, the thing about ACH is I've been holding ACH for over a year now, and I've seen a massive pattern with when they announce massive news with any other coin. The news that they announce should absolutely catalyst the price up. But for ACH, for some reason, every time they announce something big, like today they got listed on KuCoin and the Binance Pay scenario and stuff like that, but yet the price is still dropping. And if you look in the past, it's the exact same scenario. Like back here was the Binance listing. Oh no, this was the Coinbase listing. Let's get to the Coinbase one real quick. ACH USD. Yeah, this is the one I want right here. So everything I said earlier, you can see it. So we had the Binance listing, the big pump, and then you have a dump, and then you have some other catalyst that Coinbase or ACH announces. You get that pump, and then you get the dump, and then of course you have the infamous Coinbase listing where I actually got in at 2 cents, and then my dumbass bought in at 9 cents, which wrecked my dollar cost average in, and I rode it all the way up here. I took some profit out, but I didn't take much, and I've just been riding it out, dollar cost averaging here and there. But every single one of these pumps you see is one of those news listings, those catalysts that pump ACH. And every time you have one of those, you have a retracement. You have another one, you have a retracement, you have another one, and it's just the same thing. So over a year of me watching ACH, since it's in my portfolio, I've seen this happen multiple times. And if you watched my video on ACH yesterday, I told you guys that I believe it's going to be the exact same scenario, unfortunately. And unfortunately, that's what's playing out right now. It sucked people in. You know, people who bought in back here on ACH were, you know, thought it was going to the moon. The people who bought in ACH back here thought it was going to the moon. So the people who bought in ACH here, they thought it was going to the moon. It dipped, and then once they got the next catalyst and all the liquidity came in, the people who bought in back here exited out right here and took a loss off that new liquidity that got in. And then you had the people who bought in back here who were all hyped about ACH and rode it, and then went past the massive dip due to, you know, Bitcoin dropping. And then you have this awesome news of being listed on KuCoin and partnering with Binance, and you get this huge liquidity dump and massive movement on ACH. And then you have all these people back here just like, I just want to get out. ACH is finally going up after so long. This might be my only chance to get out. So with that, I think that is the reason why ACH dips. Every time they have some sort of catalyst, unfortunately, the day of it dips. So the trick to making money with ACH is buy the rumor and then sell the news, sell the launch, pretty much. So with that, though, we'll still get in some short-term price prediction. That's just my little rant on ACH to start the day off, start the night off. So bottom to top right here, you can see we actually wicked all the way up to 3.2. We didn't hard candle over this resistance though at 2.5. We wicked above it a couple times. We did not even have a full close over 2.5. And as of right now, we're tailing down, fell below the 5.5 right now, and MACD is very close to converging and crossing over, as you can see right down there. And RSI is massively overbought right now. So inevitably, I'd hate to say this, but I don't even think this 618 is going to hold. Inevitably, I think you might hit a little bump there, but I think we're retracing back down to the 786. Just from my history with ACH and how much I've charted it since I own it, it's just a rinse and repeat thing. The only reason I'm holding it now is because I've lost a lot of money on it. Probably the most money I've lost on a crypto coin, but I've made it up several folds with my other coins. But I believe in the utility of ACH long term. Definitely what they do is definitely needed in the crypto space once crypto gets massively adopted. But as of right now, there's just not that much adoption for it, but it's definitely needed though. So I think ACH is a good long-term hold, but as of right now, I think it's every month they release 100 million coins on the market too. So that's something to keep in mind. Every month they put 100 million coins in circulation, which dilutes the market and makes it harder for prices to rise. So in the short term, I'd be keeping an eye on the 618 drop to 2 cents, fall below 2 cents. We're heading down to the 786 at 1718. I personally don't think the 618 is going to hold. MACD is about to cross over bearish. RSI is still massively overbought, considered overbought. So unfortunately, I think this was the run for ACH for the short term. I don't think we'll be getting a bounce up here, unless they have some more tricks up their sleeve and they have something massive that they're going to unleash. I feel like they pulled all their stunts out of the bag today with all that news, and unfortunately it really didn't do much for the price. So short term, let's keep an eye on 2 cents, fall below 2 cents. Your next stop's to 786. Personally, I think we are heading back down here to 1.7. I mean, if you did buy in back here at 1.3 and you flipped it to where it wicked, that is approximately a 151%. So see, there's still money to get made if you play it right, but no one plays it perfectly. Well, the thing is, do I think it'll pump tomorrow once trading goes live? I think we might see some movement with ACH, but ACH is already listed on a lot larger exchanges than KuCoin. I mean, it's listed on Binance already. It's listed on Coinbase. So with it being listed on KuCoin, yeah, it's available to maybe some other people, but even the Binance listing, if you look back here, this was the Binance listing. The day of the Binance listing, it shot up, or the day before the Binance listing, it shot up, and then the day of the Binance listing was when you had this drop right there. So even after you were able to trade on Binance, you didn't even get a massive pump. I know everyone's saying, hey, this is our massive pump for ACH, we're going to the moon, we're getting new all-time highs, and then they blame it on, hey, Bitcoin wasn't doing good at that time, that's the reason why. I feel like it's because it's ahead of its time. What it's doing right now isn't really, I mean, it's needed long-term, but it's personally not needed at this moment, but I feel like it's a great long-term hold in their utility. So on the short term, be keep an eye at 2 cents. You fall below 2 cents, next stop is 1.7. A lot of TA shows it's retracing back between 12 and 24k. BTC, I'm a perma bull, so I know it's definitely in the cards of it retracing back down. 12k, I don't think it's going, I don't even think it's coming close to 12,000 if we're talking about BTC. 25k, that would be the fire sale on all the coins, and I think from there we'd rock it out. But personally, I don't think we're heading down there. I think we are just in a super cycle right now. So with that, I did PBX. Are there any other, or not PBX, I did ACH. Is there any other coins that you want me to chart? If not, I'm gonna jump into my Paribus. This is I have a very large bag of this. I'm holding this long term. It's just a new coin, came out in September of last year on the Cardano blockchain. Bought a massive amount right here. I got lucky buying in that dip. I look at this chart daily, just seeing if there's more opportunity to buy. I haven't been able to look at a lot of charts today, so I'm just going to do it live while I'm on here and use it for myself. So from what I'm seeing right now is we bounced off the 618 on PBX at 0024. RSI is still heading down. MACD is tailing up slightly. If this 618 holds, we do have this thick resistance channel to go through and a 382 right on top of that, so it's be very difficult to get back over that. But the RSI is definitely set up to run. We do have some moon juice in the tank, but you can see normally when you have these retracements, the RSI has been dipping well below 30. So that could initiate a drop down the 7.8 to the 786. So just judging by this, since I am buying Paribus frequently, what I am personally going to do on this coin is I'm just going to put a buy-in order at 002 right down here towards the 786. If it gets hit, it gets hit. If not, so be it. I don't normally place buy-in orders, you know, very close to where the coin's at. I look at the RSI and stuff, and I go beyond that saying, hey, if there is a giant drop, this is where it's going to bounce to. So I try to catch the wicks and not the candles. So if it does drop below the 618, I don't think it's to be dropping that far. I think we'd be seeing something. Let me zoom in a little bit closer so you can see the candles a little bit larger. I think we could be seeing a candle something like down here, and then a wick that touches the 786. So I'm going to try to catch that wick right here at 002 for PBX if we fall below the 618. But on the short term, if we do bounce off the 618, there's a lot of resistance that we have to get through, and we have to get over a 382. So like a lot of coins that we look at tonight, you'll be seeing a sideways consolidation just like Bitcoin. Everything's pretty much consolidating. You do have those random shit coins that are mooning right now. It's just very hard to find those on the get-go because a lot of coins are looking like this, and then randomly, you know, a coin just takes off out of the blue. So for PBX, I'd be keeping an eye on the 618. If it bounces off that, we have a thick resistance channel and then a 382 to deal with. I am personally, this is not financial advice for you guys. I don't know if I have any other Paribus holders on here. I know I shill it a lot, but I think Paribus is going to make a lot of money, and it's one of my largest bags in coin wise, not my largest bag in money wise. 45% of my portfolio is in Ethereum, but I gotta put a buy order in at 002 on Paribus, and if it gets hit, it get hit. But we're just be bouncing around this resistance area. So do we think we quant to 10k? I hope quant goes to 10k, man. There's a member in there named Zgoth. He's been shilling quant since he joined. Been charting it. I mainly charted quant because he told me to. He requested it quite a bit, and then I started looking into it. It was a pretty good utility coin. I see the use behind it and stuff like that, and I never really thought about investing into it, but he posts daily about quant, gives a lot of really good information on the Discord channel, and eventually I saw the opportunity once it dipped down to a reasonable price where I could enter, and I was like, you know what, I think Zgoth talked me into getting into quant, and so I got into quant, and now I'm officially a quant holder. I'm aboard the quant train, and I have a goal of 15 to 20 coins before I start working on my next play. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm looking for a $60 quant right now to load up some more. So Brian, what's up, man? What's up, Trading Crypto? I've been watching your channel since you were at 450 subs. Glad to see your channel's growing. Welcome, Brian. So you're one of the OGs. Been around for a while now. Well, oh man, can you even chart that? It's just the same as Luna, right? Because it's on Coinbase is what I'm guessing, is that Luna's on Coinbase, the wrapped Luna. So if I type in Luna, there should be a Coinbase. Oops. Man, can you give me the ticker name for wrapped Luna? I'm stupid. How about I start off with just charting normal Luna first? I thought they were getting away with wrapped Luna. Wrapped Luna, I thought on Coinbase. Coinbase announced that they were delisting it either the 24th or the 26th. And the 24th is today. I remember I was talking to Chef Natron about it. I don't know if he's on, or Chef Natron about it. I don't know if he's watching right now, but remember something about Coinbase delisting wrapped Luna. I don't know if they did that or not yet. But we're just going to chart normal Luna right now. We're going to have to jump over to a shorter time frame. I actually, believe it or not, I put $150 in on Luna down here. Just for shits and giggles. I was at work. People were talking about Luna. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to play Luna. And I put in $150 on Luna back where it dipped way down here. Why isn't this chart loading that well? And I cashed out on that Saturday and I made 5 G's. It just shows you how crazy crypto is. Yeah, I actually got the bottom here and I sold at the top. That never happens for me. I got extremely lucky. For now, I mean, Luna's not even really chartable. Yeah, we'll go off the 45-minute right now. So Luna right now is still bullish. RSI is tailing up back over the towards the 30 range. If we draw a fib from the bottom to the top right here, you can see we broke above the 382, heading out towards the 236. MACD is not close to diverging yet. So personally for Luna, I'd be keeping an eye up at this, heading up to this main resistance area at quadruple 02, which is approximately a 14% pump from here. Yeah, so short term, I'd be looking out for a movement up to quadruple 02 for Luna, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. Yeah, we blew right through this resistance 382 area, and MACD is still ripping. So if we do get rejected as 236, because yes, it's a fib, and technically it's resistance since you're below it, but the blue lines are the main fibs that you go off of. These ones are kind of just there. I mean, they're useful, but they're not really main supports of resistance or support, but they do act as that somewhat. So if we do break above the 236, then I could say, hey, we're heading to quadruple, or yeah, 00002. If we get rejected 236, we're back testing this area. But personally, judging by the MACD and the RSI, I could be seeing a move up to 00002 for Luna, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. I personally don't own Luna anymore. I'm not going to be buying any more Luna. I'm not going to be buying Luna 2.0. I mean, I don't even get me started on that. It's like Do Kwon just brushed this billion-dollar fiasco underneath the rug. You know, billions of people lost, I don't know how much money on a stable coin and how much money on Luna, and he's just shoving it under the rug. And now he's like, guess what, I'm coming out with Luna 2.0. Kind of shocking. So I don't know if I'll invest in anything that he does ever again, personally. Okay, with that, I'm gonna jump onto some quant. See if we're going to be getting some $60 quant. That's what I'm looking for. I don't think we're working our way there right now. I think we're still doing that consolidation. The crazy thing about this is I'm seeing a breakout happen here for quant to the upside pretty soon. Like very soon. We're riding right now on the 382 for quant. If we fall below the 382, we do have the slight uptrend to help hold us up. But personally, I'm thinking quant's be breaking up to 75, and if we don't stop at 75, the next stop's 91. A lot of coins are looking like this. I guess you can call this a bull flag. You know, we had the big capitulation, then the consolidation sideways. I'm keeping an eye on around dropping down towards the 618 area at $60. The charts aren't saying it's going to happen, but I still have a buy order in down there for some reason. I guess I can be hopeful. It's the one time you know, hopeful that a coin drops. But on the short term, quant's looking extremely bullish. We're doing some consolidation. It's like a spring. You've probably, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I've made this metaphor several times. It's like a spring, you know, it just starts coiling up, and as you get closer to the peak of the triangle, it gets tighter and tighter and tighter, then all that energy releases. And it's not a slight pump like this, it's a lot of energy that releases, and you'll see a decent sized pump to the upside if it breaks out on the upside, if it breaks out on the uptrend. So that's the main thing about this. Bull flags are bullish though, so you can call this a bull flag. You can say, hey, it's bullish, I'm expecting it to move upwards. But that's the main thing about keeping an eye on the breakout period, because if you have a red candle that breaks below this, that could initiate the same type of spring action but to the downside. But since we had this big capitulation right there, consolidation is considered a bull flag, which means there's a more likelihood that's to be breaking to the upside. So in the short term for quant, I'm going to keep an eye on this consolidation sideways. And even though I'm looking for $60 quant, I'm thinking it's heading up to 75 at the minimum if we break above this consolidation. And if we break above 75 off that initial rip, I think we'll be waking up to around 91. A lot of coins are looking like this. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of altcoins right now, I believe, are going to be making some massive movements as long as Bitcoin maintains what it's doing. So as long as Bitcoin maintains what it's doing, I think a lot of altcoins are going to be very bullish this week or the short term. You already see it in a lot of coins right now. A lot of random shit coins right now are just going for no reason at all. And if you look at the charts, they're all set up very similar to this. They just reached that breakout point before these other coins did. For example, I think it was Mir, my RR, I believe. Was it Mir? I don't know that acronym. Yeah, it is. So if we look at that, if we look at Mirror, that had that massive 95% movement yesterday, and you can see it also had that consolidation breakout type scenario. So if we go back to Quant, it's not exactly the same, but it's still it's not exactly, I was gonna say it's not exactly the same, but it's the same. So that doesn't make any sense. But they're very, very similar scenarios about the capitulation, sideways consolidation, breakout to the upside. And this is an actual bull flag, and we're getting close to that breakout period. Quant breakout the 10K. We'll flip BTC at the end of the top 3. I like that. I like that talk. Personally, if we do go down to the $24,000 on Bitcoin, I won't be buying any of these smaller altcoins that I've been talking about. I will probably mainly be focusing on acquiring more Ethereum, because if Bitcoin goes down to 24,000, that means Ethereum is going to be down to around 1,000. And if Ethereum's down to 1,000, I think, in my personal opinion, that's a steal. Ethereum's coming out with 2.0 hopefully this year. They say August, but you know how the Ethereum updates go. And once 2.0 comes out, every transaction is going to be burning. I know they already have burned transactions right now, but it's going to go to proof of stake completely. There's going to be no more mining of Ethereum. It's all going to be proof of stake. They're going to have shattering and all that stuff. The network speed is supposed to dramatically increase. The gas prices are supposed to dramatically decrease. So 2.0 is supposed to be the holy grail for Ethereum. Unfortunately, I'm not buying any more Ethereum right now. I'm trying to play all these other altcoins, but if we do start seeing some massive drops on Bitcoin, all my attention is going to be going to acquiring more Ethereum personally. Because that's 45% of my portfolio is Ethereum. I don't talk about it much on the live stream. I don't talk about it much at all. It's just my savings, I call it. You know, it's one of the safe plays. I think Ethereum is going to make a lot more money than Bitcoin, especially when 2.0 comes out. And then here's everyone saying, hey, there's a bunch of ETH killers out there. Look what's happening to Solana. Solana is getting shitted on. I mean, what was it last week? Their network went down for the second time, and they were supposed to be the ETH killer. They say Cardano is the ETH killer, and I have to be bullish on Cardano because I own PBX. I am bullish on Cardano long term. I do own Cardano and stake it, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to muscle past Ethereum, especially when 2.0 comes out. So that's enough about that. This is some FUD. Want to 50K now. Hey Vlad, you made it. You made it, man. Now let me get caught up on these chats. Oh, MIR. So Solana is your Ethereum. I mean, I'm not shitting on Solana. I mean, Solana definitely has its uses, but I'm definitely would rather own Ethereum than Solana. I know you can acquire a lot more Solana than Ethereum. What is? Hang on, let me take a quick look at Solana. $508 million total supply, 339 million circulating, 16 billion market cap. All-time high of 259 7 months ago, all-time low of 50 cents 2 years ago. And imagine getting in at 50 cents and then selling at $259. That's just the power of holding, and that's only 2 years, guys. I know everyone's getting scared that we're dipping right now and there's all that FUD in the market right now, but I see it as a massive buying opportunity, and I've just been buying and buying and buying. My wife's getting kind of pissed, but she'll thank me in the long term, I hope. Oh, okay, so I'm actually going to jump into the TA and Solana. Why do you want to dial up? Hey, Solana's set up pretty similar to Quant. I mean, let me even compare this. Give me a sec. I haven't compared it in a while, so it's going to take me a while to... I know these two aren't they're not similar in utility and stuff like that, but a lot of charts are set up very, very similar. And you can even see, look at that setup right there. I mean, it's pretty much exactly the same as Quant. You had the capitulation, sideways consolidation, possible breakout, and a lot of coins will be looking exactly like that. That's crazy how close they're compared to each other. So I mean, I'm going to sound very, very repetitive on this because it's pretty much the exact same thing as Quant. You had the capitulation, consolidation, and once you get to a breakout, you're going to be going. I don't even think I drew a fib on Quant. I was just ranting for a while. So on the short term, went to the bottom here to the top here. We're currently riding on the 0.5. RSI is tailing sideways. MACD is just needling out right now, just hovering at 0. And when the RSI does this for a length of time, that is initiating a breakout either one way or the other. And if you want to say, hey, this is a bull flag, you had the capitulation, sideways consolidation, that's going to be saying, hey, we're moving to the upside. And if we did move to the upside, there's really no other... If you look, there's no man's land until we reach $90.74. I mean, I guess you can say we had some right down here because I guess there was some down here. So I'm going to draw I mean, it's green right now. I'll flip to red. So if we get a bounce right here in a breakout, I'd be keeping an eye on this resistance channel. But if we get above around $60, there's no man's land until we get up to around $79.80. I don't know if Vlad could back me up on that. I know he does a lot of day trading, a lot of deep dives in the charts and stuff like that. But there's really this is no man's land for Solana. And I think all-time low on Solana was 50 cents. So, I mean, you could say this is a resistance too as well at 73. But I would personally be watching this. If we did break above this resistance, we have this resistance channel to get through, and then the 382 at 60. We get above 60, we can just extend this fib a little bit further and say, hey, after we get over 60, we're to be going by the $5 range, which I do that often. When we get below $1, I go by the $half range, and it seems to work out pretty good. So if we get above this area right here of main resistance, we got this resistance channel, we got a 382. So say we break above the 382 at 60, I'd be keeping an eye at 65, and then I'd be keeping an eye on 75, and then 80. I think that's what the movement would be. Inevitably, there is going to be some sort of resistance in there, but in the long term, it's just showing there's no man's land. I mean, you can even zoom out here. There's really no man's land back here until back in August of 2021. And I guess you can say, hey, we can use that, but that data is so old right now that I just drew a resistance on it, and it's sitting right on top of the 236 at 65, like I said. So I think if Solana starts breaking out, it's going to start breaking out for real and start going. There's really nowhere else for it to go. I mean, if it goes down, it's gonna go down. I mean, what's it at right now? It's at $49. Hell, if Solana drops another 50%, drops down to $25, I'd buy it. I'd buy Solana at $25. Oh shit, it says my mouse battery is low. That's not good. Hopefully I got some batteries. That's the bad thing about Max. They give you fucking rechargeable shit. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna switch over to a different mouse, and I'm back, I think. Always some sort of technical difficulty in my live streams. I swear I just can't have a straight good one. So yeah, I'd personally be keeping an eye on Solana for a slight breakout. Booty Warrior. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go through the chats real quick. I haven't looked at it in a while. Can you take a look at Floki? Yeah, I can look at Floki. I used to talk about Floki a lot. I still believe that once the dog runs, Floki's gonna be taken off. So Floki's up 3.4% at 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. 0 is 1, all-time low 11 months ago, all-time high 7 months ago. It's currently available on these exchanges. Primarily swaps are the largest. I think I actually have to look at this on Dex. I haven't used Dex in a while, so give me a sec. I'll have to try to remember how to use this bad boy. This is how I chart my shit coins, is on Dex. I'm just kidding. Floki right here. Okay, let's try to chop some Floki. Chop up some Floki. Hang on, I have to try to decipher this. Oh, we're on the 15-minute. No wonder why it's not working. Jesus Christ, get it together. Get it together. Okay, we're gonna start fresh. So we're gonna go bottom to top. This actually has some decent sized movement. Actually, from the 12th capitulation all the way up here, it moved approximately 82%. That's not bad. Definitely for a coin like Floki. On the short term, however, get rid of that. Short term, we're currently right on the 236 indicator. I'm going to need the RSI, and we're going to see if this has a MACD on it for us. There we go. Now we're all set up the chart. So MACD right now is actually tailing back up. You can see it was deep red right here, starting to get white. They're starting to converge to a bullish type scenario. RSI is currently at 51, so you can say it's reset. It's in the median. I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down to the 382 personally. I don't think this 236 gonna hold. I think this would be a drop down to the 382 and then work our way back up. You can see we have it making higher highs and higher lows on this coin as well, so we can actually go down to the 382 and not have to worry about making a lower low. Our lowest low right now on the short term is right here, so we can't fall below that. Man, I don't like these colors. There we go. So we can't fall below that right down here. Personally, I think we're heading down to the 382, which is whatever that number is to the right, 1,000,970, and then we'll have a bounce from there, and then it's just rinse and repeat for Floki. So it's looking like it's just doing some ladder up effect type stuff right now, which is not a bad thing at all. We're not making massive gains on it, but we're not shit in the bed either. So I'd be keeping an eye on that slight retracement for Floki. I don't see it crap in the bed yet. I think we're gonna be continuing our upward movement for Floki after a slight retracement. So with that, back to, man, I'm so behind on these chats. One sec. Can you chart monkeypox, Inu? Is that a real thing, or are you being a joke? That's like, who was it? Someone in the Discord after the war started said, can I chart Putin coin? And that coin actually took off for some reason. I'm not gonna chart monkeypox, Inu. I don't even think that's a coin. I can't believe I'm looking it up. So we're gonna be charting Atom. So Cosmos is down 0.3% at $11. I don't like using CoinMarketCap. Yeah, down 1.2%, 1106. The thing about this is I don't know the background about Cosmos much. I know it's a really good coin to own. I own some of it, but that's because Coinbase gave me some, and then I bought some back in February of last year at around $8. It says there's a max supply. I'd be kind of concerned about that. I've been super concerned about max supply coins ever since Luna. Luna was a max supply coin, and you saw what happened. All they did was minted trillions and trillions of more coins. So I don't know the meaning behind the max supply. Maybe they have some reason why it's max supply. Not gonna look into it right now. So Adam, just like Quant and whatever the other coin I charted was, is doing the very similar thing with that capitulation and sideways consolidation. We were having a hell of a time staying over 10.73 though, this main support. You can see we are in a very, very slight uptrend on the 4 hour right now. So that uptrend right now, if that maintains, we will not be falling below 10.73, so that support will be holding. MACD on the 4 hour looks like it's about to flip bullish as well. So that's telling me that's going to have some upwards movement. We aren't making massive peaks, but you can see we are pretty much bouncing off $12.53 for Cosmo. This is on the 4 hour chart. I'm going to jump over to the 1 hour chart and see if we can see some more action. Yeah, so even on the 1 hour chart, same thing, capitulation, sideways movement. Has more resistance channels on the short term. So on the short term, I think would be heading up towards 1157. It's showing right now the MACD is starting to tail back down, but the RSI is completely reset at 30. So I don't think that MACD is going to be playing out the way that we think it is. This candle, this red candle right now just started 12 minutes ago. So we have, oh no, this is an hour. We're trying on the hour. So this started approximately 12 minutes ago. So it still has around 48 minutes to go. Hopefully it's green. If not, I think the support will hold and we still will be continuing our way up to around $11.57. And inevitably we do have a lot of resistance to get through to get up to $12.34. You can see we're having a very, very difficult time getting over that area. We tried to get over it once, twice, 3 times in the month of May, and we have not done it yet since the big drop on Bitcoin. So like I've said in the past, you normally only test things 3 times. You know, you have what is that? You have 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, drop top, and then you shit the bed. But we'll just have to keep an eye on that. Let me draw a fib on this and see what's going on the short term. So that main support right there is actually at the 382, so it's going to act as a double support. The bottom of this support channel is it the 382 or the 618? That's the 382. So the bottom of the support channel is the 382. So you actually have a lot of support here. You have the support channel, you have a main support at 1084, and then you have a 382 right here at around $10.75. So for Cosmos, I'd be keeping an eye on this area. If you fell below $10.75, I'd kind of be concerned about it. I'd probably put a stop loss in at $10.75 personally. That's not financial advice. That's just what I would do if I had Cosmos. Because if it fell below $10.75, I could definitely see it heading down to $10.27 to the next main support area. So even though we are consolidating, it doesn't mean we're going to be going up forever, because we're not making some massive movements. I mean, we are in a general uptrend, but that uptrend isn't very solidified with massive peaks. I mean, we've tested this resistance pretty much 3 times and have not broken it yet. MACD is starting to fade out, but we still have, like I said, 46 more minutes for that candle to grow, and it dropped down to the support rate. Top of the support wouldn't be a bad thing. We just can't fall below this uptrend area, otherwise we can talk about heading back down to 1027. Like I said, if it fell below $10.75, that's when I would start being concerned about it. Hopefully we just bounce off here, then start duking it out at these resistance levels. We definitely have juice to do it. I mean, the RSI is reset at 30, so we came down here, we ran out of fuel. We're like, hey, let's go to the Moon Juice Brewery and sit here for a little bit, have a couple drinks, load up on some fuel, and then hopefully take back off, which would be a run through these resistance channels to try to take out that $12.34 top resistance, which we have not gotten over yet. So for Cosmos right now, Judging by the RSI, I think we're going to be seeing some upwards movement at least to $11.57. But I would really be keeping an eye on 1075. If we fall below 1075, that's when I would start being concerned about seeing a lower low in this gradual uptrend that we're on to start becoming invalid. We got some clown in the live stream tonight. Cheers. Man, I gotta get caught up on these. One sec. Looking for very similar, but it's actually thinking it'll hit the pump. I expect it'll have several weeks of upswing, and I'm looking for 90 to 100. Could I see Floki retracing? For the short term, I don't see Floki retracing. A lot of coins are just consolidating sideways, and I think they're doing that gradual uptrend thing. So if we do see that, I think the only time you would see Floki getting that double bottom would be if we saw Bitcoin drop below 28,000. If you saw a 27,500 Bitcoin, then the double bottom would probably be possible. But as of right now, Bitcoin's just bopping between 28,000 and 30,000 right now. It's been doing it all month. It's been a pretty boring month, honestly. Just some coins are taking off, other coins are having a great time to accumulate. Other than that, it's just been a pretty boring month in crypto, personally. Booty warrior. Beanbags, what's up? I got in Solana at 42. What do you think about, what do I think about AIOZ? What is that? So as of right now, I don't think anything about it because I don't know what it is. So AIOZ network up 0.8% at 9.1 cents. 1 billion max supply, half of that's in circulation. It has a pretty small market cap of only 50 million. All-time high of $2.65 1 year ago. All-time low was 13 days ago. If we look at the max, compare it to the market cap. So as you can see, the market cap is drastically increased from the price when we do that. That just means they put a lot more coins in circulation. At the beginning, you can see the price is low, the market cap is high. That's because there wasn't that many coins in circulation. As you can see down here, the price is low and the market cap's higher, which means they put more coins in circulation. So it's going to take a lot more buying power to reach the all-time high now than it did back in April 2021, because there's more coins in circulation. You know, if there's more or something, it's going to take a lot more buying power to get the price back up. So they put more coins in circulation. It's available on pretty much the swaps. Oh, it's available on Coinbase too. So let's take a look at it. AIZO. Oh, it's on. Whoops, I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know if I can find it, man. AIOZ, maybe if I typed it in right. There we go. Is this a smoking room? Well, light them if you got them, right? So AIOZ, we're gonna bot back over the 4 hour. Man, this thing ripped recently. 20th, 4 days ago. Wow. I'm impressed. 4 days ago, this thing went up 131%. That's nuts. And now you guys are retracing. The thing is, if we look on the 4 hour, the MACD is actually tailing back up, so we're looking like we're starting to gain some more momentum to go bullish again. So I'm going to jump over to the 1 hour and get some micro technical analysis going on the shorter time frame. So shorter time frame, you had that massive run you guys just did. If we draw a fib off of that, which bottom the top here, looks like we're gonna go off the close and not the wicks. So we're going off the close with the candles, not the wick. This is what it's respecting right now. Bounce off the 786. MACD is just hovering right here, wanting to become bullish. RSI is pretty much exactly on 30, so you have juice to go up higher. For the short term, I'd be keeping an eye on an upwards movement to 10 cents. You do have a 618 pretty much right on top of this main resistance area, which a 618 itself is already difficult to get back over, but when it's sitting on top of a main resistance area, guess what? It's double as hard to get back over. So I'd be keeping an eye on a movement up here. You definitely have the juice to run. You have a nice room for a running start to blast through, and the MACD is pretty much reset as well. I mean, you're pretty much flatlining it right now, so that definitely has some juice to go up and break through this as well. But I'd be keeping an eye on an upwards movement to 10.3. If we get over 10.3, we'll assess the situation at that time. If we do fall back below the 786, you guys have a ton of support down here. Look at all that green. You can pretty much call this a resistance channel itself, even though it's a double or a support channel itself. Even though it's double support, you can see you have a support channel right here from 8.5 to 8, then another one from 8 all the way down to 7.5, then you have a main support here. So if you fall back down here, there's a lot of safety room for you guys. So it's not like you guys are gonna be shit in the bed and absolutely tanking. You guys have a ton of support down here, so you guys are pretty much just bopping off the top of that support. So I'd be keeping an eye on the short term for an upwards movement up to 10.39. You have the room on the MACD and the RSI to do that. Only thing that concerns me is it's a double resistance with the 618 and main resistance, but I've seen it before where it pays no mind to that and just blasts right up to the next fib at the 382. So could this be the next queen to run? I don't want to say yes, because it's always a shot in the dark, and it's set up to make a move like that. It definitely is set up to make a move like that, judging by the MACD and the RSI. So short term, keep an eye on 10.39. I personally think we're heading up the 10.39 area, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. So with that, I'm going to shill myself real quick. If you guys like what I do and you want to support the channel, make sure you head over to my homepage where you can become a member. It's $4.99 a month. You get loyalty badges, you get priority request, and you get priority reply to comments, and you get a special logo next to your name. I mean, scroll up, look at Chef Nature, and he's a member. He's all green, has a green Bitcoin next to his name. Just a great way to support the channel. And other than that, I do have a OpenSeas account. NFTs starting as low as $5 all the way up to limited edition ones, which give you perks on the Discord channel and everything like that. So if you guys like what I do and want to support the channel, that's 2 ways to do it. So with that, I'm done chilling myself. Let's get back to some charting. So with that, we're gonna get into Beanbag. Beanbag is actually on the Discord channel. He bought the limited edition bronze coin and he bought the OG silver coin, so he has 2 of the limited, or he has 2 of the NFTs. And if you're a part of the Discord channel, he is labeled MAB OG silver with a bronze coin next to his name. So with that, we'll get into Avex. So Avex is down 1.3% at $28.87. Max supply of 720 million. Small circulating supply of 270 million. And $7.8 billion market cap. All-time high of 144 6 months ago. All-time low of $2.80 1 year ago. Let's get into some Avex. And Avex has just been consolidating forever. Just been consolidating. So that's on the 1 hour. Let me just compare the 1 hour to the 4 hour real quick, and then we'll dive into chopping it up. Man, I really do think coins are going to start ripping here pretty soon. I mean, Bitcoin's been consolidating, altcoins have been consolidating. I know everyone's saying Bitcoin's going down to 25,000, but consolidation is bullish, man. And if we've been consolidating for pretty much a half a month now. It's probably just my hopium. I just want to make money. My goal is to just be financially free, eat healthy, and lift weights, and be with my family. and just grow a bunch of fruit and vegetables. Become a hippie. Just chart crypto. Smoke a fat blunt. No, I'm just kidding. I don't smoke dope. It's legal in Michigan, though. I mean, everywhere you go, I can drive down the street and there's just pot stores everywhere. You even have them gas stations. You want a gummy, you can go to the gas station, buy gas, pick up a Mountain Dew and, you know, a Freezy, whatever. And okay, enough talking about that. So as of right now for Avex right now bounced off the pretty much your life support right here at 27.14, broke above, excuse me, the 618, and you're currently getting rejected, having a hard time getting back over this resistance here at $28.89. So MACD is actually starting to tail towards each other to become bearish. We are on the 1 hour right now. You can see it's starting to tail off. RSI is still below 30. So unfortunately, I don't think Avex is going to be running up to the next fib at the 382. This is the 1 hour, by the way. I think we're going to be heading back down the test this 27.145. I know Vlad's probably done a lot more diving in on Avex, or could do a lot more diving in on Avex for the short term, because this is 1 hour short term. I normally chart off the 4 hour for longer hold, so we're gonna jump over the 4 hour and see what I think about that. Probably gonna be pretty much the same scenario. Yeah, bouncing off the 618, man. Oh man, my drawings are going everywhere. There we go. So bouncing off the 618 right now, currently working our way up towards the 0.5. On the 4 hour though, the MACD is looking about like it's about ready to flip bullish. So 4 hour for the longer term is looking bullish. On the shorter term it's looking bearish. I'd be keeping an eye on a movement longer term. Remember that each one of these candles is 4 hours. The chart that I did before, each candle is 1 hour. So this one's longer term. I'd be keeping an eye on a movement up to the 382 at around 31.93. We really haven't been going crazy high in the MACD. I call this, I don't even know if there's a real name for it. I call it like a needle point, you know, pretty much flatlined, flatline consolidation. A lot of coins are just flatline consolidation. And I mean, you can draw this triangle on pretty much every single chart that we've done today. And eventually we're going to be getting to that peak and breaking out. And all of them can't go down, right? I mean, every single coin is doing this. Spring effect, consolidation, tight, coiled up, boom, millions, moon, retire. No, it's not gonna work out like that exactly, but inevitably I think we are going to be seeing some sort of upward movement for Avex on the short term. I'd be keeping a main eye on the 618, which you're riding on, which is the 28.14. If we fall below the 28.14, your next stop would be the 786 at 25.65, so around the $25 range. So you're pretty much on the life support before it dropped down. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to drop down. You're on a life support right now. You need to bounce from here to head up higher. Otherwise, we are going to be heading down to around the $25 range. I mean, you can say, hey, that was sideways consolidation, but technically you have been making lower highs, and you have been putting in lower lows. So you can say, hey, we are in a downtrend, even though the MACD and whatnot doesn't indicate that we are. So to sum it all up, this is what you need to keep an eye on, is the 618 at 28.25. Fall below 28.25, I see you hitting $26. If you see a bounce from 28.25, I'd be keeping an eye on a movement up to the 382, which would still validate this lower high scenario. And then you can see a drop down to the 786. So I know I probably gave a million different scenarios, but the main thing to focus on here is the 618. That's going to tell the story. Oh man, has Jasmine mooned yet? I remember there was so many moon boys on Jasmine. I posted some Jasmine videos explaining, this was a while ago, you know, during the Coinbase or Binance competition, and people were like, no, it's not because of the Binance competition, we're finally going to the moon and everything like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I've actually made, I've said this before, decent money flipping Jasmine, because Jasmine's starting to get pretty dang predictable in my personal opinion. Pretty much like ACH is getting pretty predictable. Like on Twitter, they announced earlier this week on ACH, you know, the 24th. I'm like, okay, there's gonna be some big news. You could have bought in that Monday and sold today and made 110% profit, but of course I didn't do that. Why would I, right? So Jasmine on the short term, what I see is we are in a downtrend, having a difficult time getting out of this downtrend. We are entering some sort of consolidation period. I will draw a fib to try to back that up. Yeah, so right now we're actually holding up of the 0.5. Hang on one sec, my nose is plugged. There we go. So we're holding up the 0.5. I'd be keeping an eye on a bounce up to the 382. Hopefully we break above the 382. If we do break above the 382, I think we're gonna be testing this downtrend. This would still validate the downtrend because he would be making a lower high, and then we could talk about heading down to the 618. So personally for Jasmine, I don't see us going above or back up to 1.6 until we break out of this downtrend. So if we do break above, let's say 1.45, yeah, 1.45 or yeah, 145, then I could see, hey, let's go up to the 1.6 area. But as of right now, Jasmine's not looking the greatest. I mean, hey, you can be like, hey, this could be considered a bull flag, we're to be breaking out, but unfortunately, I'm not a really big fan of Jasmine. Maybe that's just why I'm crapping on it right now. I mean, at the beginning, Jasmine was $2, $3. There's only a couple million coins in circulation, and you know, people were making a lot of money on Jasmine, and then without any notice, they dropped billions of coins, like in a single day, billions of coins onto the holders, and those people that were buying at $2.75, all of a sudden the coin's down to 5 cents. You know, just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's like 270 million in, and then they dropped like several billion on them. Just boom, there you go. Let me dilute the market and just put a massive amount of coins in for you guys and screw everybody over. It was like a very light Luna incident. So short term, I'd be keeping on the 0.5. We've all below the 0.5. I see 1.1. I personally don't think we're heading back up to 1.6 right now until Bitcoin decides what it's going to do. If Bitcoin maintains what it's doing right now, I think this is going to be doing a rinse and repeat type scenario, similar to this. You know, you have your rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So inevitably, if we do maintain in a bear market long term, unfortunately, I don't see Jasmine going up much higher. I'd love to be bullish on Jasmine, guys, but it's just very hard. But I do keep a close eye on Jasmine. I mean, I'm not bullish on it, but there definitely is money to be made on Jasmine. For sure. So I love big booties. Love your channel. Oh, what's that? Love your channel. Thanks for what you do. Well, thanks. I love big booty. I appreciate that. So with that, I do. It's open floor. Do you guys have any other coins you would like me to chart? If not, I'm gonna jump into my 100x moonshot gamble coin. believe it or not, my average buy in this coin is 0.16. So my average buy is actually down here. I've been buying with fun money for the longest time, and then after this dip, I know I said it's very, 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 very risky putting money into a coin like this. But I actually went out of my way and put some money in, and my average buy on this coin right now is 0.16. So I'm happy with that. I'm probably gonna lose all the money on it though, but no risk, no reward, right? I mean, it's the lowest market cap coin on KuCoin, 704,000. And the thing is, they only have 188 million total supply and only 30 million in circulation. So super risky, but definitely has the setup for moon juice. All-time high on this coin was 52 cents 6 months ago. All-time low was 10 days ago. That's actually pretty close to when I bought in. And if we look at the max, they have not put any coins in circulation. So if we do enter a super cycle and end up rallying back up, I could easily see it going back up to 52 cents, which is a massive gain from where it's at right now, especially with the small market cap. But with a small market cap like this, it could easily shit the bed and go to zero any second. So highly suggest not investing into it unless you have a high risk tolerance and don't give a shit if your money disappears. So I haven't charted this yet today. So my average buy on this coin, like I said, is 0.16. Not to brag, but I am bragging because that's a good price to be in on it right now. Short term, we're bouncing between, oh, there we go. Bouncing off the 786, working our way up towards the 618. Having a difficult time getting over 0.27. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. RSI is tailing back up. So that's indicating to me that we are going to be heading back up and probably breaking over the 618 and testing this for a third time. But like I said before, 1 top, 2 top, 3 top. If we don't break over this, then we could possibly see a drop top all the way back down to 0.153, which I might accumulate more with my fund money. I normally don't go out of my way to invest real money into this. If I lost it, it would mess up my portfolio because this coin could easily go to zero. But I did do that. I went against what I said. So do as I say, not as I do, because I went out of my way and actually bought more without my fund money, with my real investment money back here. Short term 786 at 0.2, fall below 0.2, it's 153. But personally, judging by the indicators, I think we're heading up to the 0.27 range. The thing about this is the market cap is so low that one big buy, like I'm not even joking, we could all probably put about five, like this is not, don't do this with how many people are watching right now. It says what, five to 10, what, it keeps bouncing. If we all put in $300 right now, we could actually manipulate the price. That's how low the market cap is. But we could have one big buyer come in here and totally pump the price. But don't buy it. It's probably going to zero. I'm gonna lose the money. So with that, guys, is there any coins you'd like me to chart? I'm all caught up on the coins that I wanted to chart. I'm caught up on the chats. So if there's anything you want charted, put it in the chats and we can do it. If not, it's gonna be a pretty quick live stream. What is Gods was ripping earlier, wasn't it? I had Gods actually retracing to the 618 before it bounced, but it looked like it only retraced to the 0.5 and it bounced. And it's about ready to flip bullish too. So it looks like Gods working on its way for a second rally. So I'd be keeping an eye on this 9.7 for Gods. If we work our way up to 9.7 on Gods and we break through that, I think we'd be looking for a ladder up effect. I think Gods could be making another run. Yeah, the MACD is already flipping bullish. RSI is tailing back up. Yeah, if we break above 9.7, I think we're off. I think we'd be making a higher high and laddering up for gods, which would approximately be a 55% pump, minimally, in my opinion. Yeah, I think gods is going to be moving upwards, definitely. That's not financial advice, but the indicators are definitely indicating, and the charts definitely look very, very bullish right now for an upward swing. I don't even think we stop at 9.7. I think we're to be continuing up to 136 area and then continuing higher from there. We can be whales. FTM. Fuck the market. I mean Phantom. Hang on one sec, I gotta blow my nose. It's crazy. Okay, I'm back. Man, I gotta stop doing all that blow. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Oh man. So we're getting a Phantom. Phantom's down 3.1% at 42 cents. All-time high of 346 7 months ago. All-time low 2 years ago at 001. Imagine getting in at 001 and selling at 346 only 2 years ago. The power of holding, right? So that's why I'm buying right now. I don't even care if it takes 5 years to get to some sort of prices. My goal is to be retired before I'm 40, and I'm only 30 right now, so I think it's very, very possible that could happen. Bad part is I turn 31 next month, so I'll officially be old, and then I'll only have 9 more years to complete my goal. Okay, let's get into Phantom. Phantom right now, MACD looks like it wants to flip bullish. RSI is kind of high though, so let's chop this up with a fib. Should we go off a larger fib? Even a larger fib? No, we'll go off a small fib. So we're going off the closes, we're not going off the wicks. It looks like it's respecting the closes and opens of the candle instead of the wicks. So as of right now, it looks like it's bouncing off the 382, tailing back up towards the 236. MACD does look like it wants to flip bullish, but if last time it's flipped bullish, we really didn't take off that much. Yes, we have been moving up higher here, but we really haven't been having any massive movements on the MACD like we have in the past. RSI is pretty high in my opinion, so how much juice does it have? Not as much as it could have if it was down here at the 30, but there is still a little bit left in the tank. So short term, man, short term, there really is no, you're in no man's land right now, aren't you? Last time you guys were this price was back in August of 2021. You guys broke above. Hey, I want to draw something real quick. I see something here. I see something here. Here to here. What does this look like to you guys? You guys seeing what I'm seeing? It's looking very similar to this movement right here back in August of 2021. I pretty much replicated that exactly. And look, if we zoom in, it's pretty much following it exactly too. So it's saying, hey, this bounce here and a break upwards and then eventually heading up towards $1.28. That's nuts how you can just replicate that. And if we replicate it further, I just like using this tool, so I'm going to use it. Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff right there. So I'd be personally keeping an eye on the 382. If we break above the 382, there's pretty much no man's land up here, so I'd be going by the 10 cents range. Let's see if there's any more data to go off of on the short term on the 1 hour. I'm going to clear that out of the way. 1 hour is the same thing. We bounced off the 382, tailing back up. Looks like there's resistance at 449. MACD on the 1 hour is reset pretty much. RSI is reset pretty much. MACD just flipped bullish. So personally, I think we're gonna be breaking over 449 and working our way up towards another resistance channel, which if you look, we had some sort of resistance up here at 60 cents even. So I'd be keeping an eye on if we broke above this resistance channel and above 50 cents, our next step would be 60. Not saying we're to go up there in one swift movement, because we definitely got rejected at 50 cents back here in the past, but you can see we have been on a gradual uptrend even after this capitulation event. So something like this is definitely in the cards, and like I drew on the 4 hour with the duplication of the chart earlier, that's definitely what it shows right there. History doesn't repeat though, guys, it just rhymes. So it's very similar, but it's not exact. So I'll be keeping an eye on the 382 bounce for a continuation up to 61. Okay. So with that, guys, it is time to end the live stream, unfortunately. Yes. I appreciate everybody that came out tonight, everyone who supported the channel. I appreciate DJ, what is that, Theme, for the super chats, and everyone here. It's awesome getting on here doing stuff live. It's a lot better. I find it more fun than making videos. I'm able to interact with you guys and talk. I'd rather do this than make videos any day, but you know, you got to make videos to grow your channel. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody. I'll catch you next time on the live stream of Charting Crypto. I'm going to stick around in the chat for a little bit and chat with you guys. But I'm going to be done charting on the live stream, but chat amongst yourself. I'll catch you guys next time.